Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Forbes Flash. Thanks for joining us. As one of the wealthiest members of Trump's cabinet, Secretary of the Treasury Steven Mnuchin has a net worth of an estimated $385 million. And though he earned just under $200,000 for his role in Washington over the past year, his most recent financial disclosure form shows a much bigger windfall, $130 million in cash in 2017. Most of the money came from cashing out of his investments to comply with federal ethics guidelines. His major holding, a 1.2% stake in CIT Group, sold for about $97 million. At least $10 million came from Hollywood, where he worked before joining the world of finance. The Treasury Secretary won't be having money problems anytime soon. He also has more than $50 million stashed in a single Goldman Sachs money market fund. LeBron James has been talking about his goal of becoming a billionaire for years, and with his decision to sign with the Lakers this week, he took another step closer to the major milestone. His $154 million contract is less than he could have made in Cleveland, but the move to LA opens up new business opportunities. When we last took a deep dive into James's finances a few years ago, we estimated his fortune at $275 million. But he's made over $170 million since then, plus the stock market is moving higher. James already has a foot in the door in the entertainment biz with a production company and a media company, so it remains to be seen what he'll focus on in upcoming years in California. Drake is no stranger to setting records, and he's continued to do so with the release of Scorpion, his fifth studio album. The 25-track album broke the one-week streaming record in the US in just 3 days. It hit more than 435 million streams in that short period and doesn't look to be slowing down anytime soon. Earlier this week, the rapper dominated 11 of the top 15 spots on the Spotify Global Top 50 chart. Here's a few stories you might have missed this past week. Ratings data released this week show that Fox News Channel host Sean Hannity is untouchable as the most watched host in cable news. His 9 p.m. show had 3.368 million viewers, the only show on Fox News, MSNBC, or CNN to surpass the 3 million mark. Hannity pulled ahead of MSNBC's The Rachel Maddow Show, which had claimed the top spot just last fall. New York investigators may have successfully gained access to a suspect's iPhone using the secretive tool Grayshift Graykey. The $15,000 tool has been increasingly popular with local and federal police forces, but this is the first solid evidence that the digital lockpicker works as advertised. While it's not been released yet what information exactly was accessed, the tool is purported to give users ability to perform a full data extraction on the phone's hard drive and SIM card. Good news for travelers feeling the struggle of minimal airplane legroom. Relief might be in sight thanks to security concerns. As airlines minimize legroom to fit more passengers on each flight and optimize earnings, the ability to evacuate quickly in case of emergency worsens. The Department of Transportation is currently auditing exit performance to see if evacuations reach standards, and if not, airlines may be forced to reduce the number of seats on some of their planes. In a historic first, scientists have witnessed the birth of a new planet. Using a planet hunting instrument, researchers focused on a primordial disk of gas and dust and found a young planet. Upon further investigations, they were even able to see the cloudy atmosphere of the tiny world. The discovery is 10 years in the making, and as scientists continue to improve powerful astronomical tools, there are sure to be more incredible discoveries in the future. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is an unlikely cultural icon. The diminutive Supreme Court Justice has defied the odds to become one of the most powerful women in America. So, what can we learn from her groundbreaking career? Focus on these 5 aspects when charting your own professional journey. Be unapologetic, be a powerhouse, be unstoppable, be strategic, and be optimistic. Everyone waiting patiently to hear where Amazon's second headquarters will be will have to stay tuned until the end of the year. But that doesn't stop everyone from the business world to local leaders from speculating. Landing HQ2 would be a major win for wherever the e-commerce giant decides to land. The company plans to invest $5 billion to build and bring as many as 50,000 high-paying jobs. Despite a higher cost of rent per square foot and already congested transportation system, Washington, D.C. has been at the top of the consideration list, considering Jeff Bezos' connections to the city. But a recent report ranking the options based on housing market and quality of life places Raleigh, North Carolina at the top. We'll just have to wait and see. Tesla pulled out all the stops to reach its elusive goal of producing 5,000 Model 3 sedans a week, just in time to wrap up its second quarter. But the major question still remains: can they consistently keep up with that pace every week? The recent announcement that engineering chief Doug Field is leaving the company could be a roadblock, along with worker burnout. Still, Elon Musk seems confident that the carmaker is on the road to steady production and profitability. Thanks for joining us. Tweet your feedback using #ForbesFlash, and we'll see you next week. Tune in every Friday morning, same time, same place.